Well, good morning and welcome to Mount Waverley Reserve for the Deakin University EFNL Women's Match of the Round. It's round 3 action, Division 2, East, Ringwood and Waverley Blues. Waverley Blues, the home team. But my name's John O'Ven. It's fantastic to be here on this fine overcast Melbourne Saturday morning, and I'm joined by the EFNL Media Manager, Ryan Long. Good morning to you, mate.
Thanks, Jono. Thanks for hosting the show today. It's a fantastic game ahead for us. Obviously, conditions aren't perfect, but right now not raining, so we're okay at the moment. But two great sides, undefeated, both of them. They're coming off big wins, both sides last week, so in some great form. It's fantastic to see the East Ringwood, a great story. The grand final last year. They've probably come into this season as the pre-season favourites for the flag. And then the Waverley Blues, who are back in the senior women's competitions, which is fantastic. And Clint Martin's done a great job coming back to the club. I think he played there quite a while ago. So he's there coaching with a lot of the girls who have come across from Kilsyth, some from Blackburn. It's a great story. And two on top of the ladder. So it should be an interesting contest. Maybe not as high scoring as both sides were last week due to the conditions, but we definitely know both sides can score quickly. Yeah,
footy's going to go end to end. It's going to be absolutely incredible. Let's have a look at last week's games. We can start with the Waverley Blues. Last week they defeated Croydon North Emlock at Hughes Park, 19-22, 136 to 117. A big scoreline there, and then of course the scoreline between the for East Ringwood's last game, if I can just get it up here. My apologies. That's right, indeed. It was 18-17, 125 defeated. They defeated East Burwood. The two East sides going at it, 2-14. So big scorelines, Ryan, and as you say, the conditions, they perhaps will play a role in the fact that it might not be as high scoring, but it'll still be end to end, won't it? I mean,
well, obviously when they get going, both sides can score quickly.
Yeah.
We saw that last week. Thompson kicked 7 against their win against the Rams. So obviously both have a lot of scoring potential. Looking at the ground. Hopefully the rain does hold off this afternoon and we get somewhat of a clear conditions. But yeah, look, I'm really excited for this one. I knew Waverley Blues coming into this with the crew that they brought in, and that's led by Felicity Nelligan, and we can talk about her across the broadcast in the career that she's had in the competition.
One heck of a...
So I knew they would be pretty strong, and to be sitting second right now after the first 2 rounds and 2 comfortable wins sets their season up, and should be a real test for them today against probably the benchmark of the division. Absolutely,
and as you alluded to earlier, East Ringwood, a grand final loss, but they're off to a red hot start. Let's talk about this weekend in particular. It is the Victorian Responsible Gambling Foundation's love of the game round. Ryan, take us through that and what it means for us today.
Yeah, it's a big round for the league. The weekend, the Victorian Responsible Gambling Foundation's Love the Game Round. The Love the Game Round is a campaign that's dedicated to raising awareness around the risks of sports betting for particularly young people. A big focus this year from the campaign has been on the role that coaches can play in influencing the next generation. And I believe there's a genuine issue with the amount of sports betting advertisements that are shown on television. You can turn on the footy on a Saturday or Sunday, and you don't realise just how much sports bet ads you see about the odds.
Indeed.
Brownlow Night's an example. You watch Brownlow Night, every single ad break they go to a sports bet ad. So it is a bit of an issue when you look at the younger generation. I don't know what it was when we were a bit younger, Jono, but I don't remember it being as much as it is today. And I don't know if you're much of a gambler per se, but
I remember going to the football and there would be live odds every single, pretty much almost every single minute of the game flashing up on the scoreboard. Now that actually doesn't appear now. We've progressed somewhat where that doesn't exist anymore, and it's just limited to, I guess, TV ads, but nonetheless, as you say, we need to love the game and not the odds.
Well, that's exactly right. And and here at the Eastern Football Netball League, we are proud to support the Love the Game round and the Victorian Responsible Gambling Foundation, who do a fantastic job. So if you do want to find out more about how your club or your league can get involved, go to lovethegame.vic.gov.au for more information.
Well said, Ryan. We are about 5 minutes or so out from game time, and looks like the East Ringwood team are out, still waiting for the home side. We'll get some thoughts as to how the game might go once more. Where do you see this going, do you reckon?
Look, without having, I've seen East Ringwood play last year, so I think they're the known quantity. Waverley Blues are still sort of fresh to the competition re-entering. So I think off their form that they brought in from last season, they've only gone from strength to strength this year in the opening 2 rounds. I think you have to tip East Ringwood, even though it is away here at Mount Waverley Reserve. But it's a big test for the Waverley Blues, because you'll play them twice during the season. They'll play each other 2 times, and then potentially a finals if they're both there. So we saw it last year with East Ringwood and Knox as the 2 front runners. There's a good chance that the Waverley Blues might jump into that spot and be the contender. Yeah,
I feel like the Waverley Blues, with their red-hot start, it's like they've been here for ages.
Yeah.
So much squad experience.
Well, I guess that's the thing. Although the club is re-entering for the first time in a few years, it's the players that have been around for... They were still playing last season, I think, majority of the list. So that will give them extreme confidence this year going into the season.
You've got a very diverse squad in terms of the Waverley Blues in regards to the amount of clubs that these players have come from. You've got ex-Blackburn, you've got ex-Knox, also got ex-Hawthorn AFC in the Ammos. You've got a few ex-Chargers players in there, so there's lots to look forward to in the Waverley Blues side, but as you say, there's a lot to look forward to in the East Ringwood side as well. It'll be my first time watching them, believe it or not. But from what I've been told, I think this side's got a lot of good things about them. And I tell you what, I reckon Nicola Davidson's going to have a big role to play today as well.
Well, it's interesting, Jono, because you looked at them with Knox last season as the 2 front runners. Knox have come up a division into Division 1 this year and are performing really well.
Yeah.
We saw them last week for the match of the round, defeating North Ringwood, a quality side. So
pipped at the post.
You could easily see East Ringwood playing in a Division 1 competition and being a finals contender. So in this division, you look at the sides around them. Some sides have lost talent, according to North per se, but it just gives them the opportunity for a chance at another flag for the club. After it's been a really successful East Ringwood club in general, from the men's to the women's.
So we've got the Waverley Blues entering the field, and the really cool thing about this one is we've got 2 sisters out on the park today coming out. I believe it's the Pearson sisters, which is it's pretty huge, isn't it?
Yeah,
you can see them running
fantastic.
Out to a guard of honour. I mean, that's massive. So congratulations to those 2 and all the best. I mean, yeah, this is pretty special, isn't it? Despite the conditions, it feels like we're in for a good game, I reckon.
Yeah, absolutely.
We are about 1 minute away from commencing, but I think...
So your tip, Jono?
You know what? I might tip the underdog. I reckon I'll go with the Waverley Blues. I reckon, and I think you're going to go East Ringwood. Is that right?
Yeah, I'll stick with East Ringwood.
So we're going to. Looks like, given that the Waverley Blues have entered the field, they're going to.
Well, it'd be interesting to see how the conditions are going to play a part in these early stages of the game. I don't know. Obviously, I haven't not been out there on ground level, but look, the ball's going to be slippery. It's going to be a real contested game. So it's going to be who can make the most of their opportunities when they do enter their forward 50s.
Like every Saturday morning at this stage, it feels like there's, dewy conditions. It's always just going to be a little bit wet underfoot, a little bit damp. Yeah. And as you say, the rain probably has a part to play in that. But then again, if there was no rain, I feel like perhaps, the early morning conditions will still have a part to play. It might just be a little bit worse. However,
Well,
the ground feels like it's held up quite well, as you say, Ryan.
Yeah, we're coming off 2 weekends that have been pretty good conditions.
Yeah.
Last week we had the sun, and then the week before was I think a 25-degree day, and then obviously the Anzac Day that we were out there for South Belgrade Wolves and South Croydon were yeah, really warm. So we're starting to get closer to winter, Jono. Unfortunately,
winter is coming.
Yes, that's right. Is that a Game of Thrones reference?
I
don't know. I don't watch the show.
I think so, but then it's
It is. There we go.
It was a common meme from like maybe the early 2010s or something like that.
There you go.
So Waverley Blues about to take their positions. Some jumping onto the bench and some taking their positions. It was kind of shades of St Kilda from like maybe 2016 on, where they ran out with a couple of minutes to go and just jumped into their positions. And so now I think this might be a tactic that the home side's using as well. All is in readiness by the looks of things. Just the 5-6-5 formation still to come, as looks like I think Waverley Blues are kicking to the right of screen, but to take us under the way, here's EFNL Media Manager Ryan Long.
So in the ruck there, Nelligan. She'll get the ball here if she can pick it up. And a good tackle there laid by Candice Taylor, the vice-captain of the East Ringwood Football Club. We've got an East Ringwood player down here. I think that was from the ruck contest. She's just coming off, I think, here as another ball up in the middle. Taylor took the ruck for East Ringwood. Grabs the clearance here, can go inside 50 for the Roos. First one of the afternoon, or the morning, should I say. Kicks toward as a one-on-one contest down in the dangerous forward 50 here for the Roos. Getting a handball out there was Thompson. 7 goals last week. Picking up there was Meg Thompson, as Waverley Blues through Nelligan tried to clear it out. And a free kick here going East Ringwood's way. Meg Thompson, the EFNL best and fairest for 2022 in Division 2. She'll go inside 50 looking for a target. Picking up here now the Roos. They get it going forward through the hands of Olivia Grant. But we'll get a ball up inside 50.
It feels like centre wicket's just a little bit more grown than the rest of them, and I think where that East Ringwood player's injury or, apparent...
she is still out there. I think that was Kay Wotherspoon.
Might have just tripped off a bit of glass as the kick is on its way for goal, and first behind scored for the day. It'll be East Ringwood one behind the Waverley Blues zip. And they'll bring it in from the back line here. Blues backline structure just a little bit skew-iff at the moment as the ball falls behind. At the fall of it was Pearson. As players are trying to get a clear possession, and the player getting the clear possession on this occasion was Taylor. To the outer side now. Bouncing footy. Ball in dispute. Who can get to it? Looked like Bishop at one stage. They go along the line to the Waverley Blues. Bouncing footy. Can someone pick it up? Yes, they can. Here's Natasha Bilo. And the switch is on for the Roos. Just on the edge of the centre square. Players hit the deck. And a ball up is imminent. Umpire blows his whistle. And we've got that stoppage right in front of the interchange benches.
Bilo, as you mentioned, a famous name in East Ringwood. We gave James Bilo the best on ground last week in the match of the round against Vermont.
Sign of things to come, perhaps?
Quite potentially. There's a free kick here awarded to the Roos through the hands of Thompson. So she'll take her kick in the centre of the ground. So her kick inbound, looking for Taylor. Rolled to her. And it's her kick looking to go inside 50, but it was well intercepted here by the Waverley Blues, and a chance for them to go forward. But East Ringwood have got some numbers down back. Bilo's one of them, gets her handball out to Thompson. Thompson on the wing towards Davidson. Mark almost taken, drops the ground. Waverley Blues first to get possession of the ball. But again, it's East Ringwood with all the numbers here. But we'll get another ball up right in front of the coach's bench there for the Waverley Blues.
I feel like just behind us, it's kind of warming up a bit. The sun's sort of peeking out, and a sign of things to come, perhaps. Maybe the weather was just an afterthought.
Quite potentially here as East Ringwood through Ward gets a kick away to Davison. Handball over the top, and they're out here. Here's a chance now for Hudson. Takes a bounce. Loses control of it. doing well there was Renee James for the Waverley Blues. And we'll get a throw in inside 50 here for the East Ringwood.
So
a ball up, apologies.
It's now in the hands of the umpire. We'll go up and in the pocket there. Waverley Blues ruck almost got possession of the footy, and it's a hard ball to be won here as East Ringwood try and get it out. The hand was off to Davidson, and then she dropped it. And now it's off hands, left, right and centre. Umpire pays a free kick to East Ringwood for holding. It will go the way of Tegan Hudson. Might have the first convincing shot at goal today. She kicks the ball to the top of the goal square. Ball's in favour of no one though. Davidson over the back. Has she kicked it? No, she hasn't. It's a behind to the near side, as it just fell off the side of the boot when she tried to snap it round her body, and Waverley Blues will come through from defence.
So they've had all the play early, but haven't been able to capitalise with a goal yet. As Waverley Blues look to exit their back 50. The kick's cut off here by Davidson. Gets a handball out to Taylor. A handball in the middle of the ground now. Chance for McNamara. Up towards a play here. Mark taken. And that was very well done. And they'll have a shot here through Taylor Mount.
39 East Ringwood games, 35 goals. A proven goal kicker here, Ryan.
Yeah, absolutely. I've got a few of them. Their forward pressure has been really strong so far.
Solid early,
making it
indeed.
hard for the Waverley Blues to exit that back 50. As Taylor Mount comes in looking for East Ringwood's first of the day. Not quite, just to the right. So a minor score. East Ringwood the 3 behinds. Waverley Blues yet to score. I don't believe we've got a scoreboard here at the ground.
No, we do.
It's not on our side, is it?
It's just there. So it looks like we've ticked down just under 6 minutes as the Waverley Blues bring it out from the outer side. But that was a great tackle laid by Meg Thompson, but it's a high one. The Blues can try and clear it out through Walsh, I think it was. Now to half forward. They come down the line. They passed it, but it was intercepted by the Roos on the wing, sending it back from whence it came. And the mark is taken by the opposition. Now here's James kicking to a contest. And the Blues can just pepper away and try and find a way in. The kick was intended for Hull, missed her. They still might be able to find a way inside 50. No, they won't, as I think it was Mount tried to clear it. Now it's in the centre. James in there as well. Lost possession of it. East Ringwood now heading up towards half forward. Trying to paddle it out. Here's Hudson. Well, no, it was I think it was Gabble Lamb, I'm sorry. Gets it inside 45 now. Tackle was laid on Grant. Holding the ball is the call, and Waverley Blues are out.
Well done there by Claudia Walsh to lay the tackle. Stopped a certain goal there. They're under a lot of pressure here, and it will be coming right back inside 50. East Ringwood to send it back in. I go towards the top of the square. Davidson's there, but right in front is a Waverley Blues defender that takes the mark. They've held up all right there, back 6. They've been under a lot of pressure early on in this game. Down the line they go, over the top of a few teammates there. Picking up was Taylor again. Another inside 50 for her. But again, the falls into hands of Davison here. Gets past one, puts it on the boot to the Wards goal, but it's just a minor score again. So they've had their opportunities early. 4 behinds to Waverley Blues, yet to score.
I think Davidson probably just had a little bit more time there than she thought. And, you know, it was sort of a hurried kick off the boat.
Well, the pickup was really clean.
It was great. Absolutely incredible. So the home side, intercepted by Davidson. She can make no mistake of this, surely. Kicks goalward. It's good.
Second time lucky.
Well, that is as good as as good of an intercept as you'll see as they move to 1-4-10 to Waverley Blues yet to score. 11 minutes and about 5 seconds to go in the first quarter, from what I can see, but they're off to a red hot start through Nicola Davidson.
Yeah, they certainly are, and it's just been a real struggle to get out of their back 50 for the Waverley Blues. Davidson and Taylor and a few others been really good at cutting the ball off in those intercept marks. It's the ball brought back in the middle. No one got a real clear hit out there. The ball will be balled up again in the middle of the ground. As we said, there's about halfway into this first term here at Mount Waverley Reserve. Tap out here for the Roos. Picked up though by the Waverley Blues. Try to get her foot on ball there. Kriavac couldn't quite do it. It's the pressure of the Roos again. Picking up now. Tackled right away by Davidson, so we'll get a ball up just outside the arc for East Ringwood. They've controlled the majority of the play so far in this quarter. Davison again goes down towards the top of the goal square. Might just go over the top and bounce through, not quite. Picked up though, hand passes it off. And a goal to East Ringwood. Taylor Mount finishes it. And they're second, they'll go to 2-4-16. Waverley Blues yet to score. 10.5 minutes gone in this first quarter.
Not a bad start from the Roos, and perhaps they're making use of the conditions early, as they have been doing quite well so far. So Mount was the goal scorer there, Ryan, is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Lovely. So
I thought I'd almost stop calling there because I thought it went through for a behind, but they just managed to be able to keep it in, and it's that the constant pressure.
So it's the Roos 2-4-16. Waverley Blues yet to score. They might be able to pick up where they left off. Pressure was applied there by Gunn, but she can't get possession of the football. Now footy's at halfback for East Ringwood. Snatched by Gebel Lamb. Tried the kick. Now Davidson got the ricochet. She sends it to the top of the goal square. Falls behind. Out the back door. Goal! East Ringwood score another. That is very quick thinking there from Hayley Thompson. Brilliant stuff there. And they get another 3-4-22. Waverley Blues yet to score. Gee, that was very quick thinking from Hayley Thompson there.
And coming off a big game last week, 7 goals against East Burwood. And they're looking dangerous now, and they're starting to get a bit of control in the midfield. So ball up in the midfield here, tap forward. Own the centre clearances so far. Getting the hands there was Wotherspoon, was hit off the ball there by Nelligan. Did well. They get it going forward. This is where they've really struggled to be able to keep it going. A free kick here going towards East Ringwood. Natasha Bilo. We'll send it forward again for the Roos. They've kicked the first 3 goals of this game, the Deakin University Match of the round. Mark not taken up there on the arc. Grabbing it there for Waverley Blues. Trying to clear it out, but they're just under a lot of pressure here. Demicoli to pick it up. Bit of a scrap here as Nelligan gets her kick forward. Teammate here now for Bishop. Kick down the line. Mark not quite taken by East Ringwood, but they do well enough here through Taylor. Kicks towards the wing. Mark taken by Ward. She'll send it inside 50 again for the Roos. The direction of Davison. Waverley Blues defence here do well. But again, it's Davison who picks it up cleanly. Her kick towards a teammate who's open, takes a mark here. And
dodged one and dodged two. It looks like Bianca Cuthbert with the footy.
She'll go inside 50, but it's a turnover here. Demicoli standing under it for the Waverley Blues, takes the mark. She goes towards the wing. Nelligan's there. Mark not paid. Came off a couple of hands. And we'll get a ball up here with about 6.5 minutes to go in this first quarter. It's East Ringwood 3-4-22 leading the Waverley Blues yet to score.
Kay Wotherspoon probably just a bit stiff here as play restarts. It's along the line on the outer side. No one can quite get clear possession of it. Gebel Lamb left it behind. And now the footy's in possession of Bilo, who sends it back along the line. Missed the mark, did Nagel on this occasion for Waverley Blues. Ball's hit the deck though. Centre wing. And the Roos just trying to find a way out, but they can't, as it was in possession of Bishop, who sent it down further her way. It's a bit of aerial ping-pong at the moment, as East Ringwood now try and send it forward. Players come to meet it. No one's quite in clear possession of it behind the play, though. It was Cuthbert who took her opposing player down, and the Waverley Blues have a free kick. They go on the 45 to a contest. No one can quite get clear possession of the ball. Bishop was in there trying to get the footy. East Ringwood, though, trying to send it forward once again. And Gianetti sees it over the line. It'll be a boundary ball up.
I've liked Claudia Welsh's game here for the Waverley Blues so far, down in defence. He's done a couple of good things that has stopped a couple of East Ringwood goals going forward, but again, they'll try to here. Just been able to win those clearances, but Waverley Blues here trying to escape their defensive half, which has been difficult this morning so far. Coming up to 4.5 minutes to go in this opening term for the Deakin University Match of the Round. Thanks for tuning in, whether that be on YouTube or Facebook. As East Ringwood free kick here. We'll send them back inside 50 once more. Into a dangerous spot. Walsh did really well for the Blues, but caught in a tackle, and we'll get a ball up inside 50.
The Roos experience probably speaking a lot at the moment.
Yeah, they certainly are. As Nelligan here gets her tap, and then the kick in mid-air got it going forward for the Blues, but keep it going here. This is looking all right, but it could be a turnover through the hands of Sally Tran. She gets her hand pass off. Now Bilo. Inside 50 again. Chance of the Roos here. Cuthbert underneath it. Got a handball out to Ward and brought into the tackle. So we'll get another ball up inside 50. 3-4-22 the Roos. Waverley Blues yet to score.
Rucks nominate. Up we go. Off hands twice. It was Wotherspoon, as the Waverley Blues only inch, maybe about 10 metres. Holding the ball's the call. Great tackle by the Waverley Blues player. And the home side just assessing their options at the moment. The kick down, and they're just inching ever so closely, but then East Ringwood one to mount the challenge again. Great mark taken at half forward there by Hudson. She sends it to the hot spot. Footy hits the deck in the pocket. Out the back it comes, and they've scored a goal. Can you believe it? East Ringwood again, 4-4-28. Waverley Blues yet to score. I think the goal scorer there was Katia Gianetti. She piles on another. So 4-4-28 to Waverley Blues, yet to score, as there's about 2 and a bit minutes to go here in this first term. They're very quick thinking around that sort of goal line area, aren't they, Ryan? The Roos.
They've scored a couple of goals in that area of the ground so far this morning, as they look to go inside 50 again. This time cut off the smother there. Well done by the Waverley Blues. They were almost out to Kriyovac, but the umpire calls for a ball up.
Looking forward to hearing what Clint Martin has to say at quarter time. We might get the odd coach's message.
Again for East Ringwood. Thompson got a hand pass off, and the kick inside 50's cut off. A chance of the Waverley Blues here, but Taylor's coming in, put the pressure on, picks up the ball, puts it on the boot, and it's there for their 5th.
No,
it's not.
Poster.
I thought that was there. So 4-5-29 East Ringwood. So Waverley Blues yet to score. A minute 15 left. She's been probably, arguably, their best player in the first quarter.
So East Ringwood just got to try and lock it in at the moment in the last couple of minutes. They're going to do that. Thompson was dispossessed, and then she turned the tackler. And now the Waverley Blues, through Russell, managed to clear it. Down the corridor it goes. Ball along the ground. No one can quite get clear possession of it. I think it was Tran who missed it. Kick off the ground by the Waverley Blues. They might be a chance here. To half forward they go. Great tackle laid, and I think the umpire has paid a free kick to Natasha Beeler. I think she was caught high. As time ticks down, the Roos are at half back. Kicks on its way on the 45. Missed the intended target. Ball hits the deck. Who can get possession of it? Wotherspoon left it behind, dispossessed. Also was Mount. And now here's James wrapped up, dispossessed again. McNamara getting involved as the pack forms just right in front of us. The Waverley Blues in the dying seconds advance to the top of the 50. Can someone get a mark? No, they can't. Ball hits the deck and players hit the deck as well. The siren sounds for the first term, for the first interval. And gee, that was red hot there, wasn't it, Ryan, in the last few seconds as the score goes to 4-5-29 East Ringwood. Waverley Blues yet to score for the Victorian Responsible Gambling Foundation's Love of the Game round, Deakin University Match of the round. It's the Waverley Blues and East Ringwood, 29-0 in favour of the Roos. Back with the second term right after this.
I'll basically only ever tell you after I fixed it, so that you guys can go. Because it's like, if I tell you while we're doing it, there's no point because you can't say anything. If I tell you after I fix the problem, then you guys can go.
Oh, so was it back on when you said that? Or?
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
Okay,
So
I didn't know if
It was like the time me and Ryan lost it. Someone tripped on the cable.
Yeah. But just like, I have to figure out hand signals for you guys, but basically I'll tell you if the stream has dropped out after I fix the problem.
Yep. Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was back on or if it was off.
It's just the new device we're working with is better than the big drops, but also a little bit temperamental, so sometimes it'll just back out of the program. No, so just go back into it and press live again.
And welcome back to the Deakin University EFNL Match of the Round. women's match of the round. It is round 3 Division 2 action between Waverley Blues and East Ringwood. And it's also Victorian Responsible Gambling Foundation's Love of the Game round live here from Mount Waverley Reserve. Ryan Long and John O'Ven with you. The score, it's East Ringwood 4-5-29 to the home side. Waverley Blues zip. The goal scorers for East Ringwood, Mount, Hayley Thompson, Davidson and Gianetti, all with singles. Ryan, we'll get your thoughts on the first quarter, mate.
Yeah, it was a really strong quarter there from East Ringwood. They owned the middle of the ground. The centre clearances were a dominant part of their game. Their clearance work, inside 50s, just put the Waverley Blues back 5 under a lot of pressure with the constant re-entries. And I thought they stood up pretty strong, the Waverley Blues down there. But when you get those constant inside 50s over and over again, it makes it tough to continuously cut the ball off. So their forward pressure, East Ringwood, has been really strong, and you can talk about the likes of Candice Taylor, who's been fantastic, has had plenty of the ball early. Davidson's cut off the ball a couple of times on the Indian set marks, probably should have had an extra goal as well. So, look, it's probably going to be...
Or an extra 2 goals even.
Yeah, it's probably going to be... If the Waverley Blues can get some sort of control in the middle of the ground and just ease a bit of pressure off their back 5, it would certainly help them out. Because I thought their back 5 stood up pretty strong. It's just it's hard to be, you know, you're under the pump for 20 minutes there.
If I was in Clint Martin's shoes, I would take my hat off to the team in the last 30 seconds of that first quarter. The way they attacked and ended up at half forward there in the end. If they can replicate that as many times as possible, they consider this game a success regardless of what's on the scoreboard.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And remember, they will play East Ringwood again during the season.
A couple of times. This is a great learning experience for both teams even.
Yeah, and this is the benchmark of the competition, so it's a great test, and they certainly will learn a lot as the ball brought up in the middle for the second quarter of the Deakin University Match round. A chance here for the Waverley Blues if they get the first clearance going forward. They do. Handball inside 50, tackled there. Emily Harvey was, so we'll get a ball up. But a good start here. They get the ball going forward. Now can they lock it in? Punch here from Rotherspoon. And right away, Gunn was tackled by 2 East Ringwood players. Ball up here just outside the Waverley Blues. Back 50. Tap forward here again for East Ringwood. Picking up cleanly, Davison inside 50. Ball bouncing. It's a dangerous spot to be for the Waverley Blues defenders. Quick handball off here. Here's Taylor Mount towards goal. Got it. That might be the contender for goal of the day. East Ringwood 5-5-35 to the Waverley Blues, yet to score. They've kicked the first of the second quarter in the opening minutes.
They have indeed, and well, that's a red hot start, and Taylor Mount with her second.
You just see that they've obviously, it's a team that know each other very well. They were quick there to get the hands off to Mount running past. And the finish was just as impressive.
As we'll go up again in the centre. This time, once more, it's East Ringwood to enter inside 50. Although it's likely going to end up in the hands, or benefiting rather, the Waverley Blues, specifically Emma White, laying on that tackle there. But turns out it's a free kick to the Roos. Might have missed an umpire signal there, I apologise. And once more, it's East Ringwood to enter. And they'll have a shot on here through, I think, Hayley Thompson. Kicks on its way. It's there. And they celebrate another goal. So Hayley Thompson with her second as the score moves ahead by 1, I think 6-5-41 to Waverley Blues yet to score as we tick inside the 3rd minute, and it's 1-for-1 at the moment, Ryan.
Yeah, well, again with the clearance, I think that was Taylor who got it out of the middle. Very quick to get it inside 50, and she just doesn't miss much, does she, Thompson?
She does not.
Goal, it's a ball again in the middle, punched forward. Wotherspoon has been fantastic in the ruck. They continue to gain distance going forward, get another ball up here. But she's done very well against Nelligan. Two fantastic ruckmen of the division. Balled up again. Now a chance through Bishop for the Waverley Blues, going inside 50 here.
This is
Renee
good.
James, mark taken.
That's great.
Here's a chance now for Elise Hall. And she might even, oh, she will kick it forward. Great mark there taken there by Emma White. Juggling the ball, fantastic position. And is she in range here for the Waverley Blues first of the morning? It's come up from the under 18s. It's a good looking kick, might just fall short. And it stays in play here. Now through a chance of Pearson. And
out of bounds.
Out of bounds. So East Ringwood will take it, but that was much better there from the Waverley Blues.
So the Roos just trying to run a way out, but the last touch rule will prevail here. As the ball couldn't quite find anyone. Now the skipper has it for Waverley Blues, Nelligan. Had kick off the ground from East Ringwood, and that was a great front-on tackle, but the umpire saw to award a free kick to the Roos. Kick was looking for Wotherspoon. She couldn't quite take the mark. The second effort was all right, but they're out of possession here. Snatched by Gunn, who sends it to the hot spot. No one can quite take the mark. Mount's lurking. Can she get the footy? No. Kick was come forward from the number 26 or 25. I think it was 25. We don't have that on the team sheet. Footy hits the deck. Can someone get clear possession of it from ground level? They won't be able to, as the footy will now be in the possession of the umpire and will go up in the pocket. Ryan, do you have some coaches' messages?
Sorry? Sorry, Jono.
So did you have some messages from from quarter time, I should say? As play continues, we'll go back to that for a moment. I think it was White taken down, and then out the back door was Russell. There might be a chance here, the Waverley Blues. Kick goes goalward, although umpire has paid a free kick to the East Ringwood, and they'll come out through the back line.
Yeah, just on Clint Martin's address there at quarter time. They've made a few changes there with the back line. It's not too bad. It's been obviously the first time they've played in this competition since 2019, so it's certainly not about the scoreboard today, and it's about what they can produce, and just getting together some body-on-body contact and being able to break those tackles and get the ball out, because East Ringwood pressure has been red hot so far, but certainly some more opportunities will come, as they have in this second quarter already, as the ball goes inside 50 for the Waverley Blues, but out of bounds. But then from an East Ringwood perspective, they've been really mopping the ball up well in the centre, and their tackle pressure, as we just mentioned, has been phenomenal. So it's a really strong start from them. But a good second quarter here, I think, from the Waverley Blues, that they've been able to create some opportunities.
So East Ringwood to come out through the corridor. I think James might have put a stop to that momentarily as players converge on the football. Umpire says, nothing doing, my ball. Just on the opposite side of the centre square. And Rucks will come to do their work. Kay Wotherspoon got the tap down.
And she was just winded, I think, in that first quarter, but she's been really on top in the midfield, again with the tap.
So Taylor was wrapped up there in the previous ruck contest, and now wrapped up was Russell. Footy in dispute. The Blues, though, might be able to win out, as East Ringwood red hot with the pressure, and there's Taylor again with the footy as the umpire calls for it, crosses himself, and will have a ball up just to the left of the centre circle.
12.5 minutes left in this second quarter. Nelligan tried to get it out of the ruck going forward. Ward for East Ringwood tackled and brought to the ground. East Ringwood 6-5-41 lead. Waverley Blues yet to score. They've started to get some more inside 50 entries here, the Blues, though. Back in the ruck here, Nelligan. Tap out, finds her teammate there, but Thompson brings Kriya back to the ground and earns herself a free kick for holding the ball. And again, it's that pressure, certainly around the middle of the ground, that's been fantastic for the Roos. It just looks like a side who's been playing together a long time. Meg Thompson sends it down the line. Mark almost taken there by Wotherspoon. But they continue to keep control of the ball here as Taylor short kick forward. Walsh there, the first person to grab it for the Waverley Blues. She's brought down in a tackle, so we'll get a ball up here just outside the arc for East Ringwood. A 41-point lead at the moment.
10 minutes and 23 seconds to go.
As they unable to get it out, we'll get a secondary ball up here. But Jono, I thought it's been a good response here from the Waverley Blues, and they've been able to slow down the scoring as well.
As indeed, they've got about 50 minutes of footy that they can use to really power ahead here. I think it was Walsh was caught over the shoulder as the Roos enter inside 50. Wotherspoon gets the handball up to Davidson. She strolls in and kicks the goal. Footy smarts is at its finest from Nicola Davidson. Brilliant stuff there as they power ahead to a 47-point lead now. Outstanding. And I think it would be, looks like 10.5 to go. The scoreboard's just sort of
it's in a bad spot for us.
Parallel to us, so we're just trying to gauge how much time is left, but I think we're doing an okay job, Ryan.
Seconds, to go in this second quarter.
Davidson with their second there.
And this is the side we saw last year playing a grand final. Got stars in really every area of the ground. This ball brought back in the middle. Nelligan punched it towards the wing here. Who can get there first? It's Taylor for East Ringwood. Corner tackle there by Renee James. And now the Waverley Blues through White can enter their forward 50. It's a chance here. They've got some numbers. But again, the East Ringwood's defence have been really strong. Kicking it forward. Here's their best chance here. Putting it on the boot there. Elise rolls through and kicks a goal. And the Waverley Blues have their first. One straight 6 to East Ringwood, 7-5-47. An excellent finish.
I reckon that's probably in the dribble file, that one, because it just sort of, I mean, it bounced perfectly. The blades of grass just it swung back in.
Well, it was a perfect bounce there. And
swung back in like a leg break, a couple of bounces, and it just landed through, hit middle stump.
Jono, they were set up well back there and had the numbers, and a fantastic result for them.
That's probably a goal of the day contender as well, Ryan, as we're back at it again in the middle of the ground. And the Waverley Blues, they try and advance forward, but it's cut off by the East Ringwood defender at half-back. Kick was looking for Gianetti, but she couldn't take the mark, as now the Waverley Blues have it. Along the line they go. Bielo puts on the pressure, had to leave it behind momentarily. Wrapped up there was the number 16, who I don't think we have on our team sheet, or maybe it was James, I'm not sure, as the play restarts. Footy hits the deck, Thompson gets involved. Out the back door now. East Ringwood try and come out. Taylor gets the footy, is wrapped up by 2 players, dispossessed, holding the ball. And fair enough, as the Waverley Blues now in midfield can try and enter through. Gunn has it. Sends a high up and under to half forward, and a mark is plucked by Bielo, but she's been pinged. Push in the back. Turnover. Gregorio has it as half forward for the Waverley Blues.
So they send it inside 50. Chance of 2 in a couple of minutes here for the Waverley Blues. Great pressure in their forward 50 half. A ball up. 7.5 minutes to go in this second quarter. One straight 6 to 7-5-47. East Ringwood leading. No one went up in the ruck for Waverley Blues. The pressure has certainly risen in this last 10 minutes. But a free kick here going East Ringwood's way. So they'll have a chance here to exit their back half. Down the line in the direction of Thompson. She'll pick it up here. She caught in a tackle and just got your hands off. Ward now for East Ringwood. Sends it down the line. Waverley Blues have some numbers. They make a contest here. And again, another tackle on Taylor. And looks like she might be hurt here. Can't quite tell. The trainer has come out. Seems to be okay.
I think she looks all right.
We get a ball up here in the middle of the ground.
Rocks go to work. Footy hits the deck. Out the back door, maybe the Roos might be able to make something of this. It comes out the back of the rugby maul, though, for the Waverley Blues. They progress forward. Taylor, she never left the ground and led a solid tackle on her Waverley Blues opponent. The Blues, though, just trying to make something of it, and they can't, as the umpire will collect the football. We'll go at it again right in front of the old scoreboard. Out the back. Try and go the Waverley Blues, but it's all East Ringwood in terms of pressure. Bilo tried to hack it out. And the Roos again with another hand, another hack forward, I should say. They send a kick towards the corridor. I think it was might have been looking for Mount, but she's lost it. The Waverley Blues, they tried and failed, as it's all East Ringwood now to half forward, only for a few Waverley Blues players combining. One of them was Harvey, sending it out, and now it's the East Ringwood Roos again through Hudson to the top of the 50. It was James who missed it, and now it's at the goal square for Wotherspoon. She's got time ahead, you'd reckon. She picks up the football. She's lost it. Maybe for one of her teammates now. A kick goes across and out of bounds. So the score, Waverley Blues one straight 6 to 7-5-47, as the Blues have it in the pocket.
Both sides putting a lot of pressure on, which is great to see as the Waverley Blues look to exit their back half. Kick towards us on the broadcast side. There was Hudson, got her handball out. Still keep trying to push forward, do the Roos. Brought down in a tackle here, holding the ball. So a free kick to the Waverley Blues, Amelia Bishop. Her kick in the direction of White. She'll pick it up here.
That was out.
Well done by Walsh to Shepherd. Back to Walsh. Kick down the line. Chance here for her teammate, but the Roos have got some numbers. One of them, Gable Lamb, who goes forward. Cut off there by Demicoli. Couldn't take the mark, though. And right in front of us, that ball rolls out of bounds this time, Jono. So we'll get a ball up here.
So where the ball went out in the first place. And
well, I didn't see that.
Wasn't picked up. I did. I was going to nearly do the BT treatment, but I just decided to maybe pass on that one. As we go up right in front of us here in commentary position. I think it was Tegan Hudson trying to gather. She left it behind. And now here was Keely Hudson as well, getting involved around the contest. Now she moves further afield as the umpire throws the footy up. It was Coronaldi in there helping, and now there's Bilo. The Waverley Blues player in possession of the ball was caught high as they East Ringwood at half-back. There was a high free kick, and now they're inside 50 again. Mark was almost taken there by Russell as the Roos just try and inch forward. They can't as Demicoli collected the footy, then left it behind. Now here's Gebel again. Gets the hand pass off to a teammate to the top of the goal square. Mark taken, and as easy as you like, Kay Wotherspoon makes no mistake. They pile on another 6-pointer, 8-5 to one straight. And that was, again, great footy smarts around the goal line, Ryan.
Yeah, well, how many goals have they kicked like that on that last line?
quite a few. So 8-5-53 to one straight 6, and there's about 2 minutes and 10 seconds to go in the half.
So the ball about to be brought back up in the middle here. As we said, not long to go in this second quarter for the Deakin University Match round. Just love the game round. Love the game, not the odds. As East Ringwood send it inside their forward half once more. Mark
Too quick.
Almost taken there by Wotherspoon. Fouls out the back to Thompson. She's
Pushed in the back.
Over. Waverley Blues here will earn themselves a free kick. So a chance here for Abby Russell, the deputy vice captain of the Waverley Blues, to go towards the wing, towards the coach's box side. And a low pressure here because East Ringwood want one more goal here before half time. The umpires come in and awarded a free kick here to the Waverley Blues and a 25-metre penalty. Hard for us to see from this side on what just happened. But Nelligan
Might be another one here actually as well. No.
No, just the one. So
But
Nelligan, a chance maybe for the Waverley Blues to get a late goal with less than a minute to go in this second quarter. The kick's a good one. Finds Amelia Bishop. Looking at about 48 seconds in this second quarter to go. It's cut off though now for a chance through Gable Lamb for East Ringwood. Couldn't quite control it. Coming in there was Nelligan. And a free kick awarded to East Ringwood. And just quickly inside 50, but standing under there. Well taken by Emily Harvey for the Waverley Blues. Less than half a minute to go in this second quarter. She kicked it towards a contest, but here's Meg Thompson. Puts it up in the direction of Taylor. Controlled it well. Thought about handballing it off, but decides to kick it instead. And finds a teammate who's caught in the tackle here. And that is holding the ball. Well done by Capomola to lay the tackle and save a late goal just on the halftime siren. A better quarter from the Waverley Blues, but it is East Ringwood 8-5-53 leading the Waverley Blues 1 straight 6. Jono with the goal scorers this afternoon.
Indeed, so for the home side, just the one to Elise Hall, and then East Ringwood, they've got 8. 2 to Mount, 2 to Hayley Thompson, 2 to Nicola Davidson, 1 to Gianetti, and 1 to Wotherspoon, the most recent goal scorer. But that is halftime, as you say, Ryan. And of course, this weekend is the Victorian Responsibly Gambling Foundation's Love the Game round, and it's also the Deakin University EFNL Women's Match of the Round between East Ringwood and the Waverley Blues. We'll be back soon with the second half.
Very freaking there, is he?
Soccer background, I'll write that down.
when they got 22.
Yep. Awesome. I'll write that. Yeah, I think I saw that on the.
But then,
Yeah, well, if you're down there with them, they play really well. Yeah, awesome. All right, thanks for that. Yeah, I'll put it in the group chat now.
oh,
So easy.
alright.
AFL Victoria, with support of leagues and clubs, are committed to keeping our game great, and we're strong in our stance that any form of abuse across football at all levels is not tolerated. Any form of abuse is not welcome on our turf. Make a promise to be the best version of yourself and support the hard-working volunteers, coaches and umpires who make our great game come to life. Real fans respect the game. Make a pledge to keep the passion alive, but remember, any form of abuse is not welcome on our turf.
And welcome back to the Deakin University match of the round for round 3. Division 2 action comes your way between the Waverley Blues and East Ringwood. And it's also the Victorian Responsible Gambling Foundation's Love the Game round as well. John O'Venna and Ryan Long with you. And, well, it's been all East Ringwood so far, Ryan.
Yeah, it has, but that second quarter thing sort of evened up a little bit. The Waverley Blues were able to create some forward 50 entries, which was a lot better after the first half. Was their back five were just under so much pressure, but they did start to even things up in the middle, and their pressure got a lot better because East Ringwood's set the benchmark in that first quarter with their tackle pressure, and the Waverley Blues certainly started to get their hands on the ball a bit more and created a few opportunities through their tackling pressure that gave themselves a couple of free kicks. But it's sort of the class of an East Ringwood side where you can look at some of the goal kickers here. Haley Thompson's kicked a couple. Taylor Mount's kicked a couple as well. Davison's kicked a couple. So they're three of your key players up forward who can certainly put the score on the board, and they've done that early as well. And it's just a hard side to stop. Just watching them, you can tell they've been playing together for a while with the way they've gone about this afternoon, or this morning, apologies. So they're going to be a hard side to beat this year. Having a look at the division, and we said it at the start of the show that Knox go up a division. I think East Ringwood were pretty much par for par with Knox, and Knox are going to be a potential finals contender. So that shows you where East Ringwood are. They could certainly easily play Division 1 football and do pretty well. So that they're certainly going to be one side to watch out for this season. But
so they'll no doubt face promotion next season.
If they win.
Yeah.
Yeah. But also we've got to remember Waverley Blues is their first outfit. this year for since 2019. So there's a lot of chance for growth and development this season, and the best way to do it is against a great side like East Ringwood. So looking forward to this second half.
Indeed we are. Let's get underway in the third term, the second half. It's on the outer side now as players pile on. East Ringwood kicking to the left of screen on this occasion. Davidson's lurking. They try and clear the pack, but they can't as Mia Ward's wrapped up. Up we go again. Holding the ball's the call. Great tackle laid by the Waverley Blues player, as the umpire has to explain why that is holding the ball. He does indeed, but the Roos are coming back. I think that was Natasha Billow sending it in the direction of Mount. It's now trapped at half forward. The Waverley Blues with a hat kick out. Now here's Wotherspoon, who tried to gather but then went to ground, then got pushed in the back. Umpire saw fit. Push in the back it is. Free kick to Wotherspoon. At half back. Right in front of the old scoreboard, I should say. It wasn't half back, it was centre wing is now at half forward. There's Nicola Davidson sending it to the hot spot. Now it's going to be a foot race as East Ringwood look to be in clear possession here. Handball comes out from Hudson. Gets it over the back to Davidson. She goes for home. It's a 6 more again. She's very good. And that's her third. So the score now 9-5-59 to Waverley Blues, 1 straight 6. Took us about, about 4 minutes to kick the first goal in the...
2 minutes,
Two minutes? I can't see this. There it is. 17:55 to go. I couldn't see it. Time flew by. There we go. 2 minutes it is.
Back in the middle again. Wotherspoon tapped it forward. Thompson runs onto it. Got Davison right there. Couldn't quite take it though, and the pressure here from the Waverley Blues for a ball up just outside their forward half. Again, they get it going forward. Thompson here, got past one. Kicked it into the direction of Hayley Thompson. And was able to pick it up cleanly, gets past another, kicks it down towards the hot spot. And chance to receive it off her teammate and put it towards goal, and the East Ring would have another one. 10-5-65 to the Waverley Blues, 1 straight 6. And again, they just keep working. Thompson just kept moving forward and was able to get the handball receive and ended up with a goal, which is an impressive one for the Roos. Just move the ball so well, don't they?
So Hayley Thompson was that?
That was Hayley Thompson.
Excellent. So she moves to her third. And Ryan, I believe you've got some messages from halftime.
Well, I think from a Waverley Blues perspective, Clint Munt was very happy with the quarter. A lot of focus on their 1%ers, especially when you look at someone like a Kriavac or a Bishop as well. Had really strong quarters. Better organised in the back line, which is something that they probably needed, and they've done really well there. And they've just got to keep playing their attacking game, and their pressure, of course, as we mentioned in that quarter, was brilliant.
So here's Tegan Hudson to the hot spot. And the mark is taken by Keely Hudson. How about that? Or no, it might be... no, it might be Hayley Thompson, I'm sorry. As
it is, yeah.
I thought I saw an 8 for a second there. It wasn't. A proven goal kicker in her own right, as we've seen today. Hayley Thompson comes in, kicks. It's across the face. Minus score registered by the looks of things.
Just from an East Ringwood perspective, Jono, at half-time, they're certainly aware that they are being tested now by their opposition. Certainly while they bring the ball forward, they look to probably play in front a little bit more and watch out for making sure there's no easy plays there from the Waverley Blues, which they've started the quarter well from their point of view as they kick forward through Thompson, and a mark taken here. They'll get another shot on goal for their 11th of the morning.
So here's Olivia Grant. She returned to footy after a year off.
Chance here for her first of the morning, and it's cleared the goal umpire's head,
Was anyone
has it?
marking the
But
line?
on to the right side. So just a minor score, 10-7-67 to the Waverley Blues. 1 straight 6. We've gone 6.5 minutes into this third quarter.
So they come on the outer side once more. The Waverley Blues, but it's going to be to no avail. Almost taking possession of the footy was Gregory, but the Roos are still moving in here. Hot footy to be won. Davidson wins out in the end. Unfortunately, though, she's missed it. And East Ringwood moved to 10-7-67. Waverley Blues 1 straight.
So they clear it out here through Bishop. Kick down the line. Again, it's that second kick here that they've had trouble with as they go forward again, linking up the Roos to Thompson. Towards goal, it's there for another one for the Roos. 11-8. 74 to the Waverley Blues, 1 straight 6. 13.5 minutes to go in this third quarter.
Piling on the goals and still 33 or so minutes to go in the game. Oh no, it was Meg on this occasion, my apologies. So Meg scores it first. Good to see her in the goals too, so.
So the six goal kickers now.
Indeed.
And I think that's why it makes them such a strong side, John, is that although they've got someone like a Hayley Thompson who can kick, 6 or 7 a game, you've got so many other options. So you're not relying on just one person.
Indeed, back in the middle. And East Ringwood are going to pick up where they left off. Gebel Lamb sends it to the hot spot. I think that was Mount trying to get involved and take the contest at hand, but great tackle laid there by Olivia Grant. Well, in fact, it wasn't a great tackle because it's turned over in the hands of the Waverley Blues now. They come towards us on commentary position. Big fly there from the East Ringwood player. Couldn't quite, as the Waverley Blues just try and pepper away. Great tackle laid there by the skipper in McNamara. And umpire this time is going to have it just about 20 metres away from us on commentary position. Footy comes up, footy comes down. Waverley Blues have got it. I think that was, might have been Bishop. Still on centre wing on broadcast side. And it was Hudson this time. Kelly Hudson wrapped up on the edge of the centre square. Umpire will throw the ball up. Rucks will go at it. Wotherspoon with the deft touch. Out the back. Go the Waverley Blues. Now to half forward. But Billow's lurking. She's knocked over by a teammate. Can the Waverley Blues enter and take advantage of this? Inside 50 they go, but the Roos are quick to come in. And also some Waverley Blues for support. It was a push on Flood by McNamara, and she's got a resulting free kick. They could lead to goal here, Ryan.
Yeah, big chance for them.
So, plenty of experience by the looks. It's a big kick ahead. Kick is on its way. It's a thumping kick. It's made the distance just. It missed everything. So no score. The score, though, in question, 11-8-74. The away side, East Ringwood. Lead Waverley Blues 1 straight 6.
Madam Flood, the under-18s leading goal kicker in 2022 for the Waverley Blues. She's kicked 5 goals this season so far as East Ringwood look to exit through Taylor. She's wrapped up in a tackle.
High tackle.
Around the neck, so a free kick here against Charlie Nagel, who's a 3rd generation Waverley Blues.
Not bad.
Which is pretty impressive. There's Taylor, who's had plenty of ball this morning. Goes towards the contest. Mark almost there taken by Wetherspoon. It was Nelligan though who grabbed it and kicked it forward inside their forward 50. Pressure on. Good tackle there by White. But East Ringwood again clear it out into the middle of the ground. This is where they're dangerous. They can run onto this. Wrapped up in the tackle there, Renee James. But was able to get her hands out and they'll go inside their forward half once more. Getting in there is Nagel. Should be able to pick it up here. And brought down in a tackle by Bilo.
Looks like less than 10, 9:44. Also, might have completely misread.
I think there's 9 minutes and 41 seconds left.
There we go.
That's what you said, is looking to clear it out here, the Roos do. They'll get a chance through Gable Lamb into space in the middle of the ground. Who can run onto it first? Waverley Blues should get there. Kick forward there by Farah. But again, East Ringwood just get some numbers back. Running forward is Gable Lamb. Goes inside 50 for the Roos. Cut off here. Well done by Harvey. Got her hands off, and now a chance through Pearson into towards the middle of the ground. But again, cut off. McNamara finds her target there in Wetherspoon. She'll just send it long to an open teammate who's able to take the mark. That's Taylor Mount. Already has 2 this morning, so looking for goal number 3 and East Ringwood's 12th. Big chance here. Played 39 games for East Ringwood. Taylor Mount comes in and decides to pass it off, and it's a smart kick. Finds Thompson. And they did that well. And now Thompson will line up for what would be goal number 4 if she can kick it. A known goal kicker. Kicked 7 goals last week. Looking for goal number 4 this morning. That's a beautiful kick. If it can hold its line, it does. Goal number 4 for Thompson. East Ringwood, 12-8. 80. Leading the Waverley Blues 1 straight 6.
She's probably player of the day up there so
Got
far.
to be one of the contenders. 7.5 minutes left in this third quarter. They've proven that they are the side to beat this year in Division 2. The grand final last season. Only side they lost to, I think, was Knox.
But we go in the middle. And they can pick up where they left off. Good on you, Kay. And you can hear from the crowd, and fair enough, because Wetherspoon's been on fire today in the midfield. Free kick out of zone, though. It's going to go the way of East Ringwood. This time, I think it's for Taylor Gregory, I apologise. Almost half forward they go. Almost took the mark there, did Harvey. She couldn't quite, though, as it's now on the outer side. In the pocket, and now East Ringwood are inside again. Now to the teeth of goal. Thompson's got space ahead of her. She might just sucker it along the ground here to the place of goal. It hasn't made it. Might have been touched off the boot, perhaps, or just
rolled through for a behind, I think.
Just might have rolled through for a behind. I apologise. And the Waverley Blues will come out again.
So they'll clear it out here through Renee James. A long kick out the back, but a free kick's given going the Waverley Blues way. So, oh no, it's not. The umpire did signal the other way, but it's Meg Thompson. Oh no, we were right. It was a Waverley Blues free kick as they go into towards the middle of the ground. Standing under it again was McNamara. She's done quite frequently this afternoon, but a tackle here in the middle of the ground will lead to another ball up with 6 minutes to go in this third quarter. 12-9, 81 to 1 straight 6. East Ringwood lead. They look to go forward again, but great tackle there by 2 Waverley Blues players. And they look to play on immediately. They've got someone out here in Kapamola.
Got to move quick.
She's new to the sport. She's come from a soccer background. You think she's been playing for a while. And her kick's a good one here to Hull. Short kick forward. Grabbing it here. A chance for Bishop, but she's brought down in a tackle, and a ball up inside 50 for the Waverley Blues. Just over 5 minutes to go in this third quarter. They try and clear it out. Handball forward here for the Waverley Blues. Grabbing it was McNamara. Kick towards a teammate here. Meg Thompson might be able to run onto it. She does. Picked it up cleanly. Takes a bounce.
Oh, that's unlucky.
The bounce was all right. It came back to her. Gets past one. Kicks forward. And running onto it is Wotherspoon if she can get there. Pushed aside by Emily Harvey. And they still end up with the ball here through Davidson. Another tackle though, and we'll get a ball up inside 50 for the Roos with 4.5 minutes to go in this third quarter.
Plenty of time ahead for maybe one or two Roos goals. Coming out the back door. Kicks offline though. Lots of fans of Kay Wotherspoon today. And the Waverley Blues can bring it in. They do just that. But they've lost it though. They might be a chance to turn it over the Roos. They have indeed. They've got it inside 50. Time and space ahead. Kick goes to the hot spot. Can someone get a mark? Davidson over the back. Might have been Davidson, I apologise, but they've scored another behind. So that's 12-9 or 12-10. There we go, 12-10, 82. Waverley Blues 1 straight 6 as we tick down.
3.5 minutes left in this third quarter for the Deakin University match of the round. And the clear out here from Waverley Blues finds Kapamola. As we said, her first season with the Waverley Blues, coming across from a soccer background. She'll send it down the line, looking for another mark, but East Ringwood have all the numbers. It's a 4-on-1 contest here. Kicking it forward towards Davidson. She's caught in a tackle, almost got her hands out. Grabbing it here for the Waverley Blues is Russell. Her kick forward finds Nagel. Under a bit of pressure, tries to get a handball out, but East Ringwood again will send it inside 50. Mark taken here. Candice Taylor. We've got a Waverley Blues player here on the ground with a trainer coming out. Taylor towards the hot spot. Mark almost taken. It's a juggling. Still going. Who can pick it up cleanly? Grabbing it here. A chance for the Roos. Gebel Lamb towards goal. Just a minor score.
12-11, 83. Plays 1 straight 6. The away side, East Ringwood leading here at Mount Waverley Reserve.
Looks like, I think that's Charlotte Pearson there in the hands of the trainers.
It is indeed.
Coming
so
up from the under-18s this year.
Blues come along the outer side. They've been doing that for most of the day. It might backfire once more, as now the footy's in dispute. And East Ringwood come back in through Meg Thompson. Players are at the fall of the ball. Out the back is Gebel Lamb, though. Makes no mistake of it and scores a goal.
(13, 11,
So her
89 to 1 straight 6.
That is
Coming
correct.
up to three-quarter time here for the Deakin University match of the round. Thought she's had a fantastic game, Jono.
She has indeed, and deserves a goal at the end of the day. So she's done pretty well, and as have the rest of the East Ringwood players.
So a minute 20 left in this third quarter. Tap out of the ruck there by Nelligan. We'll get a ball up here again. Bit of push and shove in the middle. Now I will wait to get that ball back up in the middle.
Oh, geez.
No one will end up getting contact to the ball. But a free kick here to Nelligan.
Ruck infringement.
Ruck infringement, as Jono said. Nelligan's short kick is going to be cut off by Davidson. Couldn't quite take the mark though. Grabbing it here, East Ringwood. Cornell. And a Waverley Blues player here down again. I didn't see what happened there. I don't know if you caught that.
Yeah.
Looks to be okay. We get another ball up. Can't be long left. There's 14 seconds, so you wouldn't think there'd be any time
What's going on
for
here?
a late goal.
Is there maybe a pot? Is there maybe like a sprinkler head or something like that that's
I'm not too sure.
been exposed?
Did seem to move out of that direction. This ball's going no here for the three-quarter time siren. It's East Ringwood 13-11, 89 to the Waverley Blues. 1 straight 6 on this Deakin University match of the round. Love the game round. Love the game, not the odds. John O'Ven with the goal kickers here so far.
Indeed. So for the Waverley Blues, just the 1 to Hall, 2 to Mount, 4 to Hayley Thompson, 3 to Nicola Davidson, 1 to Gianetti, 1 to Meg Thompson, 1 to Kay Wotherspoon. We'll be back with the final term for the Deakin University match of the round between Waverley Blues and East Ringwood right after this.
Sorry, I thought you were on the bus there. I didn't realise you were about to turn your mic off. I was like, should grab one on your way in. Free. Had 2. No, I really don't want it. No, I'm saying nothing.
Three-quarter time here at Mount Waverley Reserve for the Deakin University EFNL Women's Match of the Round. It's round 3, Division 2 action between the Waverley Blues and East Ringwood. And it's also the Victorian Responsible Gambling Foundation Love the Game round, where we love the game.
Love the
and
game, not the odds. That's right, Jono.
Exactly. So, the score at the moment, it's East Ringwood 13-11-89, leading the home side Waverley Blues 1 straight 6.
Just on that, if you do want to get involved yourself, because we do encourage all clubs to love the game and not the odds, you can find out how you can get involved at lovethegame.vic.gov.au for more information.
East Ringwood first to break out of their huddle. They were first on the ground today. Shows how eager they were to put a statement out, I guess, in today's match, Ryan. And
well, they've been comprehensive winners in their opening 2 matches, and then again today they've just been really strong. Just the way they move the ball, and we've said it a few times, but this is an experienced lineup. They've obviously played together for a bit now, and they've been able to go from really strength from strength. You look at them last year, they've certainly improved, and their star talent is just really, really strong for this division. They could, I mean, there's a lot of players that could play it at a higher level and have no problems. And then for the Waverley Blues, I've been impressed with some of the things we've seen from them. And after quarter time, their pressure has been a lot better, their tackle pressure.
Yeah.
Obviously, they haven't been able to capitalise as much on the scoreboard as such, but it's a big learning experience for a new side.
And they do have the experience to sort of dissect it and to understand, what happened and to unpack the game. We probably had the best weather saved for the last term as we'll head up. Big tap out of the ruck from Wotherspoon. Solid in the ruck all day. And it's going to be cut off, though, by Demicoli for the Waverley Blues, as it's just lingering at half back for them. East Ringwood trying to mount a challenge. They may be successful here. Well, no, they won't, as it's a Waverley Blues free kick at half back.
So strong tackle. Now Demicoli. Her kick, though, looks to be out on the full, on the far wing, in the middle of the 2 coaches' boxes. So East Ringwood, short kick towards Taylor, who's been fantastic this morning. Plenty of the ball. Her kick in the direction of Thompson. Beaten there by her opponent this time. Kicks it forward, but it's cut off. And East Ringwood go forward once more towards their forward 50. Soccering it this way here, the Waverley Blues do. Getting out of trouble. Well done there. Walsh, handball out. And she earns herself a free kick for a high free kick. High contact there.
She's been one of the best on today for
and
Waverley Blues. Hang on a sec.
25-metre penalty, bumped off the ball after the kick.
Downfield free kick. Yeah, it would be. Ball's in the hands of Bishop. She sends it to half forward. Almost cut off there by Meg Thompson, I think it was. Down the back door now. East Ringwood try and exit. Plenty of Waverley Blues players around the contest, though. As footy hits the deck just on the edge of the centre wicket. And I believe, Ryan, you've got some coaches' messages
just
for
an
us.
update there on Charlotte Pearson. She is okay, just a bit winded from that contest in the 3rd quarter. But just for them, just need to go for the ball, play to their game plan. Those one-on-one percents is important for their sake. And then for East Ringwood to keep that pressure up. They had a great 3rd quarter there and happy to see the same way out in this final term.
So it's the Roos right in front of us on commentary position through Taylor Mount. They enter their forward 50. Now chasing it's Hayley Thompson. Left it behind. Still might be able to get it back. Dispossessed her opponent there. Now here's Mount again, who's got a clear look at the goals. And she's turned it over. Now it's the Waverley Blues just sort of take things a bit easy. Might have been Charlotte Pearson.
I think it was Chloe Pearson.
Chloe Pearson, I'm sorry. And the Blues now, here's Chloe Pearson again to try and get the footy back. She's followed it along as the ball trickles along the boundary line. Plenty of East Ringwood players applying on the pressure right in front of the interchange benches, but the umpire says, I'll have it, and we'll go up.
Just less than 17 minutes to go in this final term. 13-11, 89 East Ringwood to the Waverley Blues. 1 straight 6. They try and clear it out of their back half. Cut off here by Taylor. Got a handball out, just into space. Who can pick it up cleanly here? McNamara can. Her kick forward. Mark taken. And she'll send it deep inside their forward 50. A free kick paid, going in the direction of Thompson, who can line up here for what would be goal number 5. It's hard to stop, isn't she?
She's a booming kick, so I wouldn't put this beyond her at all.
Oh, well, distance is no problem for her. See if she can be accurate as she has been for most of the morning. This would be goal number 5 if it can hold its line.
Ooh.
Not quite, just a minor score. So East Ringwood moved to 13-12, 90. The Waverley Blues 1 straight 6. Just over 15 minutes to go in this final term of the Deakin University Match of the Round.
So the Waverley Blues still operating on the far broadcast side. East Ringwood though, locking it in. Wotherspoon in hard. And umpire says nothing doing. My ball. Up will go. Wotherspoon again with the deft touch. Thompson's in there. Gathered, dispossessed, tackled. She's on the ground though. Might have copped some accidental high contact. Up goes the footy at half forward. Here's Thompson again. Send a high up and under. Missed the intended target of Mount, and now it's Kreovac in the back line. She sends it across to the opposite broadcast side wing again. East Ringwood trying to pick it out. No team can make clear possession at the moment as the hat kick off the ground looked in danger from Gunn. Is to no avail. And now East Ringwood come back again. The juggling mark there from Wotherspoon. Play of the day, surely. I mean...
Well, playing from behind too, and that's the height advantage there was just able to get the hand on top and
Speaking of height advantages and the fact that she's tall, do you reckon she might have a basketball background? She comes in.
Don't know.
I received the virtual slap there from the FNL media manager Ryan Long on his behalf. But perhaps
I don't know how
that
many
was
times you've mentioned basketball backgrounds in the calls.
This is the first time I've ever said it.
Oh, okay, well, there you go.
I missed the opportunity to say
Today, that is.
No, ever.
All right, so the Waverley Blues exit their back 50. Cut off here by Meg Thompson. Takes her opponent on, kicks into space to a dangerous area here for the Roos. Well done there by Kreovac, who clears it for Waverley. Can they get out of their back half, though? Under a bit of pressure here. No one quite can get their hands to the ball for a clear pickup. Slapped out of there. They go back, get a bit of ground. In front of here, Taylor gets past one. The kick is a bit of a dribbler into the hands of Thompson. Passes it off. And just a minor score for the Roos. 14-92. Waverley Blues 1 straight 6. We've gone 7 minutes into this last quarter of the Deakin University Match of the Round.
So they go down the corridor this time. I think that was Kreovac taking the mark, and now they've gone out wide once more. East Ringwood players piling on the pressure once again. This time it's the Waverley Blues ruck to make contact with the footy. As the footy's just peppering away, no one can quite get clear possession. I think it was while she was pushed in the back. She's been duly rewarded. Goes across the face. Intended target probably wasn't ready for it. Has to paddle it along the ground. On the outer side, centre square I should say. I think it was Meg Thompson who brought it in. Great defensive effort though from, I think it was Kreovac. And
She's really good this quarter.
she's been really good down back for him. And she moves across. This time they elect to go broadcast side. Intended target was De Gregorio, who was tackled. Holding the ball's the call. Great work from Taylor, who immediately plays on. Inside 50 again they go. Kick was looking for Thompson. She's got to paddle along the ground as well. Picks up her own footy. Gets it off to a teammate. I think that was... no, sorry, it wasn't. It was McNamara.
Free kick here to Thompson.
Sent a handball inside in the Thompson direction. She's got a free kick. And I tell you what...
Well, leading goal kicker of the division. But I think she's going to pass.
She will pass indeed. Inboard, looking for Mount, I think it was. She couldn't quite take the mark. Still might get her own footy again. Handballs inboard. Now Hayley Thompson with the hack kick off the ground. Gets it to a teammate. Get the two Thompsons combined for a goal. Meg Thompson with her second. Thompson to Thompson. Synergy at its finest.
Absolutely. Not sisters, as I think the boys called it last year. The two, they're not related.
I'm not sure, but nevertheless, their last name's Thompson, so they did combine indeed, didn't they?
Both have been fantastic this morning, and they're 14th of the afternoon, or the morning, should I say. I haven't got used to that, have I? Coming up to the halfway mark.
It's now the afternoon.
Oh, now we can say that. As the ball brought back in the middle. 14-14, 98 to Waverley Blues, 1 straight 6. Just 10 minutes left in this last quarter. East Ringwood go forward once more. I've got some numbers around the contest here. There's a kick inside 50 into space. He's looking for Taylor. Wallacepoon's there too. She'll pick it up, put it towards the top of the square. Thompson's got 2 to beat. Goes out the back, might work for her. She picks it up cleanly, turns around, gets past 1. Kick towards the top of the square, Wallacepoon, and that was just brilliant play.
Perfectly located.
And passes it off.
Davo.
Hits the post.
Poster.
But well done there by Thompson, who had all rights to probably go for the goal, but just team play, saw the open teammate there.
I feel like as well, Nicola Davidson, again, and not for the first time, she's just sort of rushed it. As the Waverley Blues try and come out, kick in danger, turns in the back from Chloe Pearson. Or was it Russell? They come inside 50 now, once again, East Ringwood. Handball off to Cornell, I think it was. And now here's Taylor. Sends it into the lap of Nicola Davidson. Found her well. So she can take as much time as she needs to send this one home. She's about 15 out, I reckon. She kicks. And it's good. And that is her 4th. So I think at this stage, they have indeed hit the 100 mark. They're now 15-15, 105 to 1 straight 6. As we tick down to the last few minutes of the Deakin University match of the round run long.
So ball back in the middle. East Ringwood running this game out well. Just over 8 minutes to go in this last quarter. Davison caught high and is awarded the free kick in the middle of the ground. Should play on right away. They want more. Mark not taken. The handball out by Cornell. Grabbing here, Gabriel Lamb. Got a handball, but it was cut off. The Waverley Blues taking on her opponent there, Russell. Got her hands off to Nelligan. Now they can link up. Walsh kicks towards their forward half. They've got some numbers around the contest here. Back to Walsh. Tried to kick it forward, was smothered. And a free kick here awarded to the Waverley Blues. East Ringwood have set up well behind the ball. They've got an extra defender down there. So Capamola kicks inside there, forward 50. Mark not quite taken there. Kick from East Ringwood, skied in the air, finds a target. And they'll look to escape their back half.
They clear out. And Ward has the ball. Assesses their options. Goes along the line. Taylor sits for it perfectly in the centre circle. It was McNamara who presented. Couldn't maintain possession of the ball as players fall left, right and centre. Waverley Blues peppering away. They get out the back door through Bourchier, and it's all to no avail though, as the Roos have it at halfback. Centering ball, perhaps across the face. Kick was looking for Giannetti. The turnover results, and it's Capamola who has it on centre wing. Kick to the hot spot. Waverley Blues might be able to do something out the back. East Ringwood players, though, come to meet the football, and it's on the ground along the deck. Can someone pick up the ball? First hands to it might have been Giannetti as they move to the old scoreboard. Ball peppering away along the boundary line, but it might have just cleared touch for the moment. East Ringwood coming out through the centre of the ground. Now to half forward they go. One-on-one contest. Couldn't quite get anyone. Out the back door now. Here's guess who, Wotherspoon. Getting it off to Thompson. And she finishes it off as easy as you like for goal number 6. Or 5. There we go. Sorry, I thought she scored a 5th goal earlier, but that is 5 goals to Hayley Thompson. She's been brilliant this morning, and indeed this afternoon as they move to 16, 15, 111. Waverley Blues still on 1 straight 6 as we tick just over 5 minutes and 10 seconds to go in the 4th term. Ryan Long.
So a big win here for East Ringwood. They'll be undefeated on top of the ladder with a very big percentage. 3 big wins in a row, showing that they are the benchmark of this division so far as they go forward once more again, trying to pick it up there. Cornell was well pressured. No one's able to get a clear pick up here. Umpires paid out a free kick. Cuthbert, vice captain of the East Ringwood side. Inside 50 again, standing under it. Taylor got the hands here. Off to Gebel Lamb. Corner tackle holding the ball. I believe that was Krugerback again, who's had a fantastic game for the Waverley Blues.
Player of the day, perhaps.
For their team, I would say, mate, could potentially be
6 votes
out here if they can just keep it going forward through Gunn. Tackle here by the Waverley Blues. East Ringwood again with a lot of numbers on this side of the contest. Gebel Lamb's one of them. Gets some space, hand passes it off. But the East Ringwood play there. Wrapped up in a tackle by Emma White.
Inside the last 4 then. I think White sends a high one. 2-on-1 contest in favour of the Waverley Blues. And Elise Hall has it. Probably too far out to score. Gets the hand pass off back to White, the intended target. She dropped it. And now it's East Ringwood to pick up the crumbs through. I think it might have been Hudson it was. And now East Ringwood, a chance. They try and send it forward. The Waverley Blues equally as good to try and stop things in its tracks. In centre wing, great tackle again from Wotherspoon. She's been everywhere today. Up goes the ball. Davidson roves it. Hands it off to Coronaldi. And they go along the boundary. Davidson gets it back. Dodges one. Now to the hotspot. Can someone get a mark? It's an East Ringwood. And it is who else but Hayley Thompson. This will be for goal number 6, one would think.
Kicked 7 last week.
So is there enough time? Just over 2 minutes. Who knows? This is for goal number 6. Hayley Thompson on the left, celebrated as soon as it left the boot. Another goal, and that is number 6 for Hayley Thompson. Absolutely brilliant stuff from the Roos today, and indeed her 17-15, 117. East Ringwood lead the Waverley Blues 1 straight 6 in the Deakin University match of the round.
Just 2 minutes left. As we said, a big win here for East Ringwood.
A goal in a minute,
3-0
maybe.
For
2
Thompson
goals in 2 minutes, maybe for Thompson.
to get number 8. But the Waverley Blues instead will go forward. Couldn't quite get their kick away there. Good James. And East Ringwood, their pressure around the contest. Get a clearing kick. He'll grab it first. It's well picked up there by Cornell. Gets her hand pass off. Soccer kick forward to Wotherspoon. Puts it towards the direction of Thompson. Ball goes over the top.
Hands
Taylor
off.
to Thompson. Goal number 7. Well, maybe you're right. Maybe she can kick 8.
How long have we got?
15, East Ringwood to 1 straight 6, Waverley Blues. Just over a minute left. A minute 10 to be precise.
Is it enough time? Maybe the Waverley Blues might be able to just slow down the 5-6-5 formation.
I hope we have counted the goals right.
I think we have.
I think so. I think that is 7. So what did that take our season tally to?
We'll find out on game day. Hey, as the play restarts in the centre of the ground, but the Waverley Blues are quick to just stop whatever might be able to happen. If not for a few East Ringwood players driving along the ground, they enter inside 50. One last hurrah for Thompson, maybe, as she might be able to gather here. Seconds will tick down, though. East Ringwood still within a chance. Hands off. A great finish, perhaps on the cards, but it's to no avail. As we're now maybe 20 seconds to go, the Waverley Blues have it. They might be able to just park the bus inside the last seconds. The attempted barrel was all right. Davidson couldn't quite take the mark, though. And they might be able to find a quick way out through the back door. Davidson again gathers her own footy. And now to the hot spot. Players fall, though, and no one can quite take the mark. Deakin tick down. The score will count if it goes over the line. But it doesn't. And the final score, the Deakin University Match of the round between the Waverley Blues and East Ringwood. East Ringwood 18-15, 123, defeating the Waverley Blues 1 straight 6 on this weekend. The Victorian Responsible Gambling Foundation Love the Game round, where we encourage everyone to love the game and not the odds. The final goal scorer tally, just the one to Hull. And as far as we are aware, 2 to Mount, 1 to Gebel Lamb, 7 to Hayley Thompson, 4 to Nicola Davidson, 1 to Gianetti, 2 to Meg Thompson, 1 to Wotherspoon. Ryan Long, it's been a pleasure, mate. Thanks for joining me.
No, thanks, Jono. It's been a great game here. It's a good contest. The East Ringwood side have shown that they are the side to beat in Division 2. Obviously, it's great to see the Waverley Blues back in the competition this season with a new side. They certainly be fine this year. That we saw glimpses of what they can do, and they got a chance to see what the benchmark of the division is.
Absolutely. Don't forget as well, we're unpacking every single bit of women's footy action from the weekend and indeed the weekend to come on Deakin University Female Footy Focus. That'll come out during the week. But from John O'Van and Ryan Long, until next time, it's bye for now.